Hello and welcome to the first in what I intend to be a series of short-ish videos covering trees you find growing in England, really, in Manchester, around Manchester. If I'm ever anywhere different, I'll let you know. Today I'm in Fletcher Moss Park in Disbury, Manchester, to look at Salix Fragilis. I don't know Latin, but the common name's the Crack Willow. I thought I'd start with this one because I personally find it particularly interesting, mainly for its one of its methods of reproduction. It reproduces by seed, but it also reproduces by having great big branches fall off it. Its growth form is often sort of multiple trunks coming from the ground, basically, or water. It's a water loving tree, so it's quite swampy around here. You can see, well, you can't, yeah, there's some water, yeah. So this shot actually shows a fallen trunk that's come down, and this is, as I say, one of the methods by which it reproduces. The fragilis in the name and also the common name crack willow, they both denote the fragility of the wood, basically. So when the wind blows, a big tree will, drop a big trunk, or sometimes just sort of basically fall apart and drop trunks in all directions, and they'll land in, particularly in wet areas. As I say, the trees like swamps and river banks and stuff, and these trunks will fall over, they'll flatten down all the opposition, clear light and space for the parent tree, and then the fallen trunks and branches will shoot and grow, and can actually clear itself quite large areas by doing this. And these clones, they'll grow up and break and fall and flatten the opposition as well. It's pretty much the dominant tree where it grows. It's not amazingly common, although you do see quite a lot of them along river banks. They hybridise a lot as well with other willows, so you might not be looking at a crack willow if you're on the bank of a fairly stable river and it's still in one piece, because if it's not being disturbed by the water, then it should probably be dropping branches. And of course, being by water, it can drop smaller branches into the water and they'll wash along rivers and streams, or even bigger branches, depends on the water course, I suppose. But yeah, they'll wash down and they'll wash up on sandbanks, or where there's been floods, they can settle in swamps and things like that. And you can see another big branch over there that's fallen in another direction, and all those small trees there, they'll all, as I say, grow up like the original parent tree. There's one that's coming across the path. There is a risk with walking around under these in wet weather, because they can drop, you're welcome, they can drop big branches, and obviously if you're underneath them, that can sting. There's the leaves. Don't know how well you'll be able to see them in this light. They're sort of oblong, ovate, not oblong.
Thank you.
You're welcome. There's actually a special name for that. Lanceolate leaves, slightly serrated at the edge. You can see the venation. Yeah, sort of same, very similar to other willows, really. The foliage, the bark. I'm not very good at describing tree bark, to be quite honest. I'm unfortunately not a botanist yet, though. Never say never, Anyway, that's about the end of this little video. So thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it.